ready to get serious about building content sites and building a profitable business online? Welcome to the Niche Website Builders Podcast. We bring you the latest field-tested tips, tricks, and strategies for building a profitable online asset. We interview industry experts, share customer success stories, and reveal our own experiences working on hundreds of sites to inspire and motivate you to make something happen. Let's do this.
Hello and welcome back to the Niche Website Builders Show. Today on the show we have Alex Cooper from WP Eagle. So we had Alex on the show back in episode 2. So Alex runs his own YouTube channel. He has a good following of around 55,000 subscribers at the time of recording. And he shares a lot of case studies. So his site originally started out as a mainly WordPress channel and website, and has slowly over time sort of migrated into doing more advice and guidance and help videos on affiliate marketing. So reason we got him back on the show today was because he's recently sold a site for around $70,000. And the great thing about the sale of this site is it was a very sort of public case study. So he's spent the last couple of years working on it and documenting that over a series of around 60 videos. So it's kind of got the complete beginning to end kind of story for that site. And it's kind of a happy ending with the sale at the end. So hope you enjoy the show. Hope you check it out. Just go through some of the things that he did over the course of time and the things that he did to build value into that site and kind of grow it, and some of the tactics he used. So hopefully you'll find that interesting. Couple of things to mention. If you haven't already checked out our age domains on our site, we're scaling up the number of domains that we've got on there at the moment. So if you're interested in building a site on an age domain and all the benefits that come with that, head over to nichewebsite.builders/domains. And also we have a new section on our website, which is the resources section, which you can get at nichewebsite.builders/resources. And there's a couple of guides on there at the moment you can kind of download. One is 10 quick and simple ways to increase display ad RPM or EPMV, and how to structure your review content to satisfy the Google product review algorithm update. So if either of those are interest to you, then head on over there to the website and put my teeth back in. And hopefully those will be interesting for you as well. Okay, without further ado, let's get on to the show.
This episode is brought to you by Niche Website Builders, an agency dedicated to helping people just like you build profitable content sites. Niche Website Builders are the hands-off content site marketing agency you always wished existed. It's run by content site marketers for content site marketers, and they help both investors and individuals alike build profitable online properties. They provide a fully outsourced approach to content creation, link building, and done-for-you website builds, the same approach they use on their own six-figure portfolios. For example, their content packages come with a proprietary keyword research process, are written by in-house native English speakers, formatted using templates proven to convert, and uploaded to WordPress with affiliate links added so that all you need to do is hit the publish button. Check them out at nichewebsite.builders/show. That's nichewebsite.builders/show, and fill out the form to get coupon codes for 10% more content or a 10% discount on links with your first order sent right to your inbox.
Welcome to the Niche Website Builders Show. Today I have Alex Cooper from WP Eagle on the show. Welcome, Alex.
Hello, thanks for having me back again.
I know. You are the first returning guest. You are on episode 2 of the Niche Website Builder Show, and now some 26 later, you're back on again. So you're the first returning guest.
I'm honored.
But we have a good reason for you returning as well, because you recently sold one of your case study sites.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
bestroofbox.com.
That's the one.
So I guess. Yeah, let's take it from the beginning, I guess. So, let's actually talk about the end a little bit. So, the end is that you managed to sell the site successfully. You've grown the site over around about 2 years,
Yeah.
and you sold the site for around $70,000 just recently.
Yeah, for exactly $70,000, in fact. Yeah.
Was it? Okay, exactly 70,000. So, take us back to the beginning then. So, what happened with Best Roof Box? So it was a case study site. Was it planned to be a case study from the beginning, or did you just evolve into that?
Yeah, it was. It was. I set it up about 2 years ago, maybe 2 years and a few months ago, and basically I wanted to create a video tutorial on how to create an affiliate marketing website using WordPress, mainly as a way to promote hosting and domain names and plugins and themes and all the other good stuff that I talk about on my channel. So yeah, I needed to create a site. At the time, I was looking to invest in a roof box myself because we were going to go camping, I think, or something like that. So I had roof boxes on the mind, and I also realized that there wasn't a lot of information out there on roof boxes because I think I just got a new car as well, and I was searching on Google for the name of my car and roof boxes, trying to get an idea of which ones would be the best fit. And yeah, there wasn't much coming back really. So I thought, oh, hang on, there might be an opportunity here. And I had a quick look on GoDaddy and found bestroofbox.com was available. So registered that and created the site. Did about a 2-hour video or something on the full process of creating the site with WordPress. And then I decided that I was going to make a go of it because I'd done videos in the past where I'd created affiliate marketing websites, but never really followed through with them. I'd just create the site and then just let them sit and they tick along and not do much. But I thought with this one, I'm going to actually try and make a success of it, try and do a full case study that I could share with everyone on my YouTube channel. And yeah, that's basically what happened. So I tried to create videos every single month, which I think I succeeded in doing, sometimes more than once a month at the beginning, I think. Well, I basically shared everything that I'd done on the site, shared all the earnings, shared all the traffic numbers, shared everything, complete transparency. And yeah, they're all in a playlist on YouTube right now if you want to watch them all. And I think a lot of people got quite a lot out of it because they were able to kind of follow along, see the progress that I was making, see when things went up, see when things went down, so they could, relate to that and know that it's normal in the growth of a website. But then, yeah, ultimately towards the end, a few months ago when I went to sell it, it was pulling in, over $2,000 a month, mainly from Amazon.com, which is pretty impressive seeing as, they reduced the commission rates as we were going along on that journey. And yeah, I was really pleased with it. It became a bit of an authority site within the niche, really. Or the niche, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I constantly do that as well. I'm going to American ways of saying things these days.
Yeah, it's a bad habit.
So tell me, so we didn't really get you to formally introduce yourself. Go back to episode 2 if you want Alex to formally introduce himself. But in short, I guess if you don't know Alex, he runs his own channel, which is WP Eagle. Got a really great community there. Like you got a really great bunch of people, and Alex's video is really really engaging, and he does a great job over there. So I'd recommend going and subscribing if you get the chance.
Yeah, come over.
But there's 60, I think 60 videos in the playlist over the for that case study. So it's a decent archive to kind of go through if you don't want to.
If you want the kind of the short version, I think the last video kind of summarizes the journey. Mm-hmm. From start to finish, if you can't be bothered to watch 60 videos.
Yes. So tell us from you. Okay, so you came up with the idea of Best Roof Box, and then you kind of kicked it off and got started. So I guess that involved choosing a theme, and I guess choosing a domain name and everything. So
yeah, and in hindsight, maybe it wasn't the best domain name. It was quite restrictive in terms of the avenues that I could go down. Mainly talking about roof boxes. Which was fine. I guess I'm just old school. I remember when you could register a domain name with some keywords in it and it would rank for those keywords purely because they're in the domain name. So I think I've still got that way of thinking. And I don't know if it was coincidence or what, but, if you do a search on Google right now for best roof box, the site is like number 3 or 4 on page 1, most Googles. So I don't know if that had any, if the domain had any influence on that. But yeah. it worked
What are
quite
the
well.
other
And,
ones?
I mean, the problem was when I've written about every single car and every single, use of a roof box, camping, fishing, skiing, and everything else. When I wanted to then, talk about other things, it was a bit tricky. I could have branched it out into other car things, bike racks or trailers or just, going out on a journey in general and, all the car accessories that you can talk about to do with that. But I don't know, maybe on the flip side, being specific has its benefits as well.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it doesn't totally fit for that stuff, but I mean, does it really matter? Like,
No.
say you were doing bike racks and someone saw bestroofbox.com in the SERPs, but they're going to, nah, that's not the site for me.
No,
I'm not going to go there.
Yeah. What do they know about bike racks?
Exactly. I don't think it would be a problem if you wanted to expand out into that. Obviously, ideally, it's more brandable, but
yeah, I think nowadays everyone wants to go down the brandable route, but I don't know. I've got a new site that I'm working on called bestpressurewasher.com, so I still haven't learned my lesson.
Cool. We'll talk about that one in a bit. Then it'd be interesting to just listen to that. Oh, hear what you're doing with that new case study.
Okay.
But so you're so you've chosen. Then what about content? Did you ever write any of the content yourself? Have you always outsourced that?
I outsourced all of it pretty much. So I've got a few writers that I use on a regular basis, and they did quite a lot of it. I also use some article broker kind of services like Texton and those guys. And that's how we got the content done. Towards the end, when I wanted to basically create articles around every single car, I saw an opportunity there. People searching for roof box and then a car name. And of course, there's hundreds of cars. And I wanted to get that content out fairly quickly. I tried an approach where I basically used the AAWP plugin, and so best or roof boxes for a Renault Clio. I don't think they have the Renault Clio in America actually, but you get the idea. And then I'll just drop in AAWP product boxes and maybe just an intro paragraph. And surprisingly, because there wasn't a lot of competition on those longer tail car related terms, that content did rank quite well. And then to give it an extra nudge, I started using Conversion AI, or it's now called Jarvis.ai, which is an AI copywriting tool, and started using that to fill out the articles a bit more. So writing a product description about the products that we talk about rather than just the AAWP box, writing a blog introduction or blog opening paragraph, and writing a summary as well with that. So with that method, and also with the help of my editor, I was able to get content out really quickly, and we were able to then cover pretty much every single car that's sold in America. Basically, I did a search on Google for the, annual sales on the cars in America. So there was a big spreadsheet that you're able to download, and it showed you all the cars that had been sold in the States in that year, starting with the, most popular. And that's how the article plan went from there. We just worked through that spreadsheet, starting with the most popular. And it was actually a few of those articles that did really well. I think the Subaru Outback was a particularly strong article, which is a car I've never even heard of. I don't think it's even available in the UK, but obviously very popular in the States, and very popular for roof boxes. Did come across a few problems because I wasn't aware of all of the different types of cars in America. We would accidentally sometimes write articles about cars that maybe weren't very suitable for a roof box, there'd be sports cars or that kind of thing,
or convertible.
Yeah, convertibles, and trying to write an article about that was quite tricky.
Yeah, for sure. I think the Outback, I think you can. I feel like you can get it, but I might be wrong. Or maybe it's a different name. But is that like the estate version?
It's like an estate sort of car, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, very popular over there. I mean, the other thing I noticed over there was that they're very into pickup trucks. I mean, obviously, I guess in hindsight. And we did a few articles on those because I could see that they were popular cars and I wanted to write an article about them. But it seems that, people don't tend to put roof boxes on pickup trucks.
No, they probably put it in the pickup truck.
No, yeah, they've generally got enough room. So, yeah. But, yeah, it was fun. And you guys did some link building, which I definitely think helped. Because the current owner, the buyer, still keeps me in the loop in terms of how well the site's doing, and it seems to be continuing to grow. And in fact, last month was even stronger than the month before, which was the one I sold it. Or was it the month before that? Anyway, it still continues to grow. So that's good. though it is kind of seasonal, which again is something that I was aware that it could be seasonal, but I didn't realize the kind of effect it would have in terms of the sales and the traffic. And it's something I think you need to keep in mind when you're choosing a niche, that seasonality.
Yeah, and I guess there's going to be new models of cars coming out all the time, so it's always going to be opportunity to add new content and refresh it in that way.
Yeah, that's for sure there is, and the roof boxes change quite a bit as well. There's always new models and makes coming out on that.
Mm-hmm. So was that generally the approach for content? Was it generally best roof box for car?
Yeah, it was generally best X for Y, best roof box for fishing rods, best roof box for a BMW. That kind of stuff. Although we did have some other guides on, aerodynamic roof boxes, some more informational content like does a roof box affect your fuel economy, how to reduce the noise of a roof box, that kind of stuff, they were fairly short, but fairly useful, and they were questions that people were searching for. Yeah. But generally it was best X or Y. So there was a bit of a worry with the recent Google updates that the site may get affected because Google were allegedly clamping down on those kind of sites. They didn't want that unless you were able to offer some really in-depth reviews, which, my reviews were okay, but they were only using information that we'd managed to get off the internet. Of course, I didn't have every single different car and every single different roof box to test out and do videos on all that stuff. So a little bit concerned, but though the site seemed to coast through the update fine and say the traffic continues to grow. So I think that update may affect you. I think it depends on what niche you're in. The thing is, there wasn't a lot of other content out there either that's any good. There was a few roof box shops and retailers that had YouTube videos. They obviously did have access to quite a few products, but there wasn't that many. They weren't that up to date. So yeah, the site was able to go through the Google updates fine.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And did it have any ad revenue?
It did. It was running Ezoic. Started off with AdSense and then switched over to Ezoic. And that skyrocketed the earnings compared to AdSense. And yeah, I had to have a little bit of back and forth with Ezoic, as I think everyone does, just to make sure that it wasn't overwhelming in terms of the amount of ads that they put on the site, and tone it down a bit. But yeah, it was earning a reasonable income. Although saying that, the new owner removed Ezoic as soon as they got hold of the site and just kind of removed all the ads and just wanted to kind of focus it on the affiliate side of things, which I guess is fine. There's always that doubt or that question in your mind whether the ads are taken away from the content, which in turn is taken away from your affiliate income.
Yeah, I think it's worth testing, especially if you've got higher value affiliate products, because you really don't want to distract them away from that. Even one sale could be big.
Well, that's the thing, and that was again more luck than judgment. That roof boxes are a great product to promote because the cheapest ones, you can get a bag that you can put on your car, which is maybe $100. But then if you want a nice, good size, hard shell kind of roof box, they're $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, even if Amazon are only giving 2 or 3%, it's still reasonable.
Yeah, it's worth testing. I think most of the time, people find that ads don't really distract, don't really take away. They're
I guess the only risk is if they slow down your site too much, or if they make the content difficult to read.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always make sure my affiliate links were near the top of the article, so trying to get the message across quick. So when someone's looking for a roof box for fishing rods, they hit the article, and at the top it's like, these are our recommendations straight away, and then go into the detail below.
Yeah. So what was the split between the revenue then? So
well, I think just off the top of my head, maybe the last month that I checked, it was maybe 2,500 from Amazon and 300 from ads. So still the bulk was from affiliate from Amazon.
How much traffic was he getting for?
I have actually got.
I suppose it changes, right?
It does change, but yeah. As we were going into summer, let me just see. I'm sure I've got the figures just here. It was getting about 33,000 users, and that was turning into about 47,000 page views.
Okay.
And yeah, we had by that point 287 bits of content.
287, okay.
287. Some long, but I say a lot of them, especially the car ones, not so long and quite quick to put together using tools like AAWP and Jarvis.
Okay, yeah, that seemed quite low on the ad revenue side, I think, for that. But every niche is different, and
yeah,
was it 300 for 33,000? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what, I can't remember what the EPV was I was getting or whatever.
EPMV, yeah. Okay, so so the content, and when you were kind of deciding what the content should be that you were writing, like, did you have a sort of word count in mind? Were you trying to correlate it to what the word counts were in the SERPs, or how did you kind of decide?
No, I was never. I mean, I always had a rule of thumb that I wanted, 1,000 words, 1,500 words. But when you're just answering a question like the aerodynamics of a roof box and how to reduce noise of your roof box, sometimes you can't write 2,000 words. So yeah, it was just looking at what the competition was, and often there wasn't much competition. So it was, we just wrote enough to cover the title and answer the question and deliver some useful information.
Yeah.
So that was it. I mean, it was a journey. It was a complete journey, and I spoke to other people in this space, people like Doug Cunnington and other guys and I think you've had on the show. You're a good friend of your channel, and I'm sure you're aware Doug is always very sensitive about sharing sites, sharing earnings, because I think he had an experience, or he had an acquaintance that had an experience where they shared a case study and they had people copying it, they had people doing negative SEO against it, and all that. So there was always that doubt in my mind and that fear that someone may copy it. And indeed, some people did try and copy it, because when I was doing research for articles and stuff, I would often stumble across sites that were very, very similar to mine in terms of, sometimes using the same theme, same articles, maybe just spun a little bit. But what I learned from it is that if you're first in there, and if you're confident doing what you're doing, and if you're doing a good job, and you manage to build a bit of an authority for yourself and for your site, then it doesn't really matter if people copy it, because they haven't got a chance against you, because you're the first one there, and you've got the quality and the content, and they can't touch you. And I remember one evening I was bored, and I was on Reddit, and I made the mistake of kind of searching for myself within some of the internet marketing forums. I don't know why, because I spotted my name and someone was saying, "Oh, do you know any good internet marketing channels?" And people were recommending channels, and my name came up. Oh, that was nice. But then I thought I'd see if there's anything else out there. And I came across a few threads where people were talking about the case study, and they were saying, he's useless. You don't know what he's doing. Look at the state of the site. He put together these articles just using AAWP, thinks they're going to rank. And I just remember that evening thinking, oh God, maybe it's all not going to work out, and I'm going to make a complete fool of myself with this case study. But alas, I think I spoke to some people in my Discord and that about that, some of the community members, and they, turned it around and helped me with some positive feedback and comments, and I ploughed on, and ultimately I was able to, prove to myself, if not everyone else, that, it can be done, and you just got to keep going and have that confidence in yourself that you're doing the right thing.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think, I've always said that the thing that where people that generally don't make it or fail is because they gave up too soon. It often happens so many times.
Yeah.
You just got to keep going. If you push on hard enough, if you keep going, keep pushing, you will get there in the end. Just sometimes it takes longer than others. That's all.
You've got to have confidence that it is going to work. If you're doing all the right things, it should work. I mean, obviously, niche does have an effect on these things, but generally, I mean, it's hard to pick a terrible niche, I wouldn't have thought. And I think probably, quite quickly if it's not working. But this site, within 6 months of launch, I think it started to go up. The traffic went up, and, there was a few sales came in through Amazon. And, if you start getting that, then it obviously shows that there's something right, and you just got to keep going.
And it was a fresh domain as well, I assume. So it was
a fresh domain, registered by me.
I honestly think that I've never been brave enough to put a case study out there. I think it's always because, like, every site I start, I have a big plan in mind. I can't possibly share this one because I've got such a huge plan. Maybe I should just get one that's really narrow, like roof boxes, that's not got a big scope. But like, I always think I just can't do it. But I honestly think that the people that have shared it, I've seen share them, I think they benefit actually from it because you get a lot of backlinks from people sharing the case study, right?
That is absolutely true. Yeah. I mean, well, you mentioned I've done 60 videos, so that's 60 links from YouTube for a start to the site, because I always obviously reference the site in the description. And there was one day actually, I was looking at the analytics on the site, and there was a huge spike of traffic just for like a day or so. I thought, oh, that's a bit weird. So I kind of looked into it a bit more, and I obviously did a video about it, and I was getting some feedback, and it was because I can't remember the exact name of the group or whoever did it, but it was an internet marketing company that had been, I think they offered training, and they'd used the site as a case study within their training. So they'd linked to it, they'd shared it with a whole load of people, and obviously it was traffic that wasn't ever going to buy a roof box, but it generated links. And when I look at Ahrefs for the site, a lot of the links come from kind of internet marketing and affiliate marketing sites, people talking about it, people blogging about it. So yeah, you're right. I think maybe having a case study is a good thing.
Yeah, because you've definitely, looking at it now, it was a DR50, I think I've gone off the page now, 51 with 410 referring domains. So
yeah,
like that suggests, there's a good balance of high authority sites linking to
yeah, I mean, it picked up a good DR quite quickly. I don't know why, but yeah, there was some good links that we pulled in. And, I did try different link building services. I used the Hoff. I'm sure you're aware of the Hoff.
I am, yeah.
Again, just because I wanted to try them out, and I also knew that it would make some good YouTube content. So they offer a guest post for $500 for one link. So I just knew that would make a great YouTube video. The benefits of these links, I don't know. Maybe they did bring me some great DR, or maybe they didn't. I don't know. I also did got the Hoff to make me some videos. So we set up a little Best Roof Box video channel, and they have this service where you basically send them an article and they'll turn it into a video. And I had quite high hopes for that. But when the video actually got sent to me, it was just like a guy just kind of reading, and he had this look in his eye like he'd always wanted to work in Hollywood, but now he'd kind of ended up making videos about roof boxes in a studio for the Hoff.
He's probably doing that for everybody. It's like, I've done.
Yeah, he must probably
he's done toilets, fishing
videos.
rods.
Yeah, he's talking about all sorts of random stuff. It's not quite the glamour that he'd hoped for, maybe. But actually, they still get quite a few views. I think people are probably disappointed when they watch them because they're a bit dull. But I don't know. I had actually a viewer make me some other really cool videos where they were just kind of like intro videos with some cool music and lots of B-roll of roof boxes, and they were quite cool. And I'm pretty sure, actually, if I'd have carried on with the project, I would have explored video a lot more by maybe not have someone like reading to the camera, but, just doing screen grabs and text and music and whatever. Because I think that could work quite well.
Yeah, I think so as well. If there was a lack of...
There wasn't a huge amount of videos. I mean, ideally, it'd be great to get hold of some roof boxes and show people how many fishing rods you could get in one. But alas, I don't have a load of fishing rods and some roof boxes. But I guess if you really wanted to dominate, that's what you'd do. You'd buy those things. And I guess you could always send them back to Amazon afterwards.
Yeah, they might catch on to that after your 50th roof box.
Yeah. And that was the other thing that happened in terms of returns. I remember doing videos and getting really excited about selling a $1,000 roof box on Amazon and seeing the sale come in on Amazon, and then 2 or 3 days later they'd have returned it to Amazon. I don't know why. Maybe they try to fit it to their convertible or something. I don't know. After reading some of my advice.
Yeah, I know. I've had that before. It's so annoying. Like I've had people buying a $3,000 mattress, and you're like, "This is what a great, what a great sale that is." Like, who returns a mattress? Surely, they return the mattress. Like, who does that? Like, surely the mattress you want.
Get that to the post office.
Yeah, exactly. Mad. So, cool. Any other link building companies you used?
Well, I obviously use you guys. You did some great link building and some great articles with your shotgun skyscraper.
Yep.
Where you pulled in, I think it was maybe 50 links. I can't remember. It was a lot of links and some great articles. And that was, again, where you started kind of diversifying my content a bit and offering more information about things like road trips, traveling with your pets. So I think, if I'd have held on to the site, the future of it would have been going into that kind of travel road trip space and, you know, diversifying a little bit from the roof boxes and just talking about other stuff. Because people are definitely more likely to link to that kind of content rather than the best roof box for a Honda.
Yeah, but the site's got some authority now. You might as well use that and build on some shoulder niches. So yeah, I think there is.
Yeah, I think the new owner will. I mean, it was his first site. He was looking. He had a chunk of money, obviously, just sitting around, which is a nice thing to have. But he wanted to invest. I mean, it was a funny thing because, you know, I reached out when I wanted to sell the site because I'm planning on moving to Spain. And I wanted a big chunk of money, mainly for the visa application, because it's easier to get a visa in theory if you've got a chunk of money in the bank. So yeah, that's why I wanted to sell the site. And I reached out to you guys. I reached out to all my contacts and said the site's up for sale. Who's interested? And yeah, that's how I ultimately sold it through my network. So I didn't have to use any agency or broker. I didn't have to pay the fees involved with that.
Yeah, it's a lot easier if you can do that. I know Adam was looking to buy it quite aggressively at one point. But
yeah, Adam was looking to buy it, and he got me thinking actually that, you know, there was definitely a time to sell because there's people interested. The problem with Adam was that because we're both in the UK and I'm a VAT registered company, I'd have had to charge Adam an extra 20% on top of whatever price. So that made it a bit difficult. It actually ended up Miles Beckler, who I think you obviously, you know, another YouTuber. He because he was one of the people I emailed. He put me in touch with one of his associates and friends and business partners, whatever, and that's how I ultimately sold it. So I think that's something definitely worth thinking of when you're looking to sell a site, rather than going straight over to Empire Flippers or Flipper or any of those guys. Just reach out to your network first and just see if any of those people want to buy it, because you'll save yourself a lot of money and a lot of kind of back and forth. So we just very simply had a chat on Skype or whatever. I shared the analytics, shared the Amazon dashboard, shared access to the site, and he had a quick look over a day or so and then came back and said, yeah, I definitely want it. Let's do an escrow. So we just did it with escrow, which, you know, there is a fee involved in that, but it makes, you know, the transferring of the money a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Yeah, I mean, if you can do it, if you've got connections. I mean, we've got a Facebook group, which is best. No, not best.
Yeah,
best everything.
Best website flipping group, is it?
Yeah, Niche Website Flippers is the group. So, I mean, obviously, you still have to do. You know, still recommend checking out the people you're selling to and making sure you do it through escrow and stuff like that, because they're not all vetted people in that group. But that group's got 10,000 people in it now, so there's a good chance that you might be able to find someone who's interested in your site. So,
yeah, I'm in that group. I think it's a good way to do it. Yeah, but of course you do need to be very careful who you're dealing with and everything. But generally, I've not heard of any horror stories of website transfers going wrong, although I'm sure there are some.
Yeah, I guess it's unless you. Well, actually, I had heard of one actually. Yeah, unfortunately, we had one client of ours that I think all of the she wasn't an experienced person. Like, she was her first site as well, and she wasn't an experienced buyer, unfortunately, and she ended up the guy falsified the income, falsified the traffic, essentially, and she sort of parted with the money on those terms, thinking it was all good. And then as soon as everything was transferred over, it was making no money at all. And actually, it was.
Well, that's just being scammed, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, she was scammed. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to be careful. Although nowadays you can log straight, should be able to give you access to the analytics, so you can actually log in and have a look at the live analytics rather than worrying about screenshots. Yeah. And same with Amazon. You can now allow people into your Amazon Associates account so they can actually check the earnings, you know, in real time.
Yeah.
I guess if you've got earnings from other organizations, it could be quite tricky to check.
Cool. So, so tell us, you've got some, I know you've got some other websites. You've got your breastpressurewasher.com. I know you've got wheelalong.com as well.
Yeah.
Are there any other case studies? So,
okay, there's wheelalong.co.uk, which has just turned a year old. I'm going to record an update on this one this week and on Best Pressure Washer, because I've kind of neglected them. Those two I wanted to do in a similar way to Best Roof Box, but I've never haven't focused on them as much as I should have done, maybe because I was working on Best Roof Box. Now they are getting a bit more attention. Again, there's full videos on how I created both those sites. Wheel Along is a UK site it started off as actually being a wheelbarrow site, very random, but it's kind of expanded into anything with wheels. So we've got platform trolleys. We've got shopping trolleys. We've got foldable trolleys for the beach. You know, we're talking about lots of trolleys. Not as high value as roof boxes. But as it's UK, the commission rates are better on Amazon. So I've never done a UK site before. I wanted to see how that went. I don't know what's going to happen when I come to sell it again. Maybe I'll have that VAT problem if I want to sell it to a UK buyer, but we'll see. Best Pressure Washer was a site that I set up because I wanted to do a tutorial using Thrive themes. So yeah, that's what I built that site with. It's building up nicely. It started to kind of get that upward curve on the impressions within Google Search Console. So it is starting to now get some impressions and be indexed. Wheel Along is getting a few sales. In fact, that's already starting to tick along. And yeah, I love Thrive in terms of the look and feel of the site. It's the best affiliate, or the best looking affiliate website I've ever made. Don't know what effect it'll have on the rankings, but we'll see. Then I've also got knowledgeablemind.com, which was a site that I bought a little while back. I bought it because a viewer approached me and said, "Oh, I've got this site. I really need to sell it because I need some money for something." I was feeling particularly sympathetic that day and said, "All right, I'll take it." And it was getting some traffic and it was earning a bit of AdSense revenue. When I took it over, I thought, "Oh, it's a bit of a mishmash of articles," and I cleaned out some of the articles and changed the theme and did some other stuff, and now it's hardly getting any traffic, so I've obviously completely killed it. But I'm going to use it as a little project because it's very broad. It's like an informational site about random things like journaling, numerology, facts, and it had some pictures, art kind of articles like how to paint a rose and other random articles, which is good because I can now write about anything. But I'm going to use it as a kind of a case study, and I'm going to generate the majority of the content using AI and just see if you can build a site with AI content. I guess we'll find out. So that's what I'm doing with that one. Bit of fun. I'm probably going to do another tutorial soon on it and start another case study on something. Just need to find a good niche. Another Amazon case study, I think.
Cool. And you had no plans, or you didn't, with these other sites, you were just using Amazon, right, for affiliate? You weren't using...
Yeah, just using Amazon. I mean, with Best Roofbox, I did want to sign up with some other companies. In America, there's like REI, are a massive retailer for outdoor stuff, and they had a lot of roof boxes. I really did want to offer some alternatives on the site to Amazon. And for some reason, they just would not accept me into the affiliate programs. I think there was one company that did, some random mountain sort of hiking company that sold a few roof boxes. But generally, even though I said, look, I'm sending this much traffic to Amazon, we're getting this much traffic to the site, I think I could probably sell quite a few bits and bobs. But no, they never accepted me. So Amazon was just easier. Yeah. I still think that 9 times out of 10, someone would probably buy from Amazon over another retailer. And the other retailers, they weren't even offering much more in terms of commission. And
really?
Their conversion rate is going to be way lower.
Yeah. Even despite the commission rates, Amazon quite often still is the best option.
Yeah. People buy, it's one-click buying, isn't it? And so many other random things I earned commission on. It was always quite fun looking through the Amazon reports and looking at what people were buying along with their roof boxes.
Yeah. Go on, you got a print on demand website as well, right?
Yeah. So that was another case study. I mean, I think I'm out of my depth on that one, maybe. And there's some other YouTube channels that are far more experienced and authoritative on print on demand. But I thought, why not? WordPress is a lot of people do print on demand with Spotify, so I wanted to do something with WordPress and WooCommerce. So yes, Shopify. We had these designs that we've been playing around with on my live streams. We had like these mugs. They're like for affiliate marketers. So this is obviously about your content. You don't fluff your content. Keep it to the point. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the Franklin Hatchet adverts. Stop giving me 30 seconds of your time. And other quotes, just, what people have said on my live streams, like, you're just thinking wrong. So we had all these mugs and I thought, well, I could do a print on demand website, affiliatemarketingmugs.com, and create the site. It's a lovely looking site. Very nice, clean theme. I used Printful. I always get the confused because there's a Printify as well. It's very confusing. Printful for fillet, although on hindsight, they're really expensive compared to some of the other ones. Might have to adjust that. And I thought what I'll do is I'll just then put some ads up on Facebook. You know, you've seen how they do it. You see all the ads on YouTube all the time. You just simply put some ads on Facebook and then the sales come streaming in. The one problem with that is because I've chosen affiliate marketing as the niche for the mugs, when I try and target affiliate marketeers with a mug, the cost is very expensive on Facebook.
Yeah.
There's loads of other ads, people trying to sell $1,000 courses to these people. So, yeah, I ended up burning quite a bit of money on Facebook and didn't sell any mugs. So I'm going to rethink that one a little bit because I wanted, again, to make a case study out of it, but I think I might struggle to sell mugs unless I maybe remarket to some of my viewers or something like that. I think it could be tricky. And also the mugs are like $15 each, which I think is probably too much. Whereas my UK print on demand company that does like these t-shirts and the classic WP Eagle mugs, they only charge like $5 a mug. So yeah, print on demand is probably not something I'm going to explore too much further. I think I prefer print marketing.
Yeah.
The other thing with the print on demand is you've got customers and stuff to deal with. I'm not a big fan.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, at least, you know, I like the fact that you're giving these things a try. And
I'm always up for giving these things a try. I mean, I hope the tutorial is quite useful because it shows you it does show you how to create a print on demand site with WordPress, which is obviously better than using Spotify, I think.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. I will explore this. I need to figure how I can get in touch with affiliate marketeers. And from what I hear from other people in the kind of print on demand space, it's generally just one product that actually generates most of your sales. I just need to find what that product is, what that mug is that affiliate marketeers are just dying out for. Not crying out for even. That makes more sense.
Yeah, definitely. I don't really know much about print on demand. I know lots of people try it, and like lots of people, it's hard. But you just got to find the right niche, the right angle. I think, like you say.
Yeah, I think so. And
maybe get a bit.
I'm watching lots of Wholesale Ted. She's a big mover in print on demand on YouTube, and
okay,
there's a few other people out there that, are just killing it. But I think there's a lot of trial and error, quite a bit of money that you burn through just to find out what works and what doesn't work.
So, have you got a move date yet? Then for moving to Spain?
No. Haven't even got a date for our appointment with the consulate to go and, have our interview, have the Spanish Inquisition or whatever. It's just, it's a complete nightmare. But we won't talk about it.
You'll be there eventually. No, God, yeah. Don't even mention that. Well, once you're on the beach, we get to see your feet.
It'll be fine.
Over your laptop, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But so what are the future plans for WP Eagle? For you?
Well, for me and WP, I want to do. I do want to do another Amazon case study, another one like Best Food Box, and go from there. We've also got a theme that we're about to launch. Myself and Carl, who I know, again, friend of your channel, Carl Broadbent, and Phil, who is my man who looks after all my websites, does all the hosting and all that kind of stuff. So he's quite techie. The three of us have got together and put together a theme. Basically, we wanted a theme that's affiliate marketing focused. We wanted a theme that's really, really fast out the box without the need for too many plugins. So, getting 90 plus on Google page speed. Really simple, and that was it, really. So we put together a theme. It's called Popcorn. It's not officially launched yet. We're still just testing it out, which reminds me, I need to send you a copy of it for you to have a little play with it. It's just going to be something that it's going to be a premium theme. I'm thinking of selling it for about $99. And it's designed for affiliate marketers. So, for example, it's got a box that you can easily put an affiliate disclaimer in and add that to your posts and just other little things that affiliate marketers need when they're setting up a site. And of course, I'm currently recording a video, which should be done fairly soon, where I'm building a site with the theme. It's going to be a start to finish tutorial. And because the theme's called Popcorn, I've set up a popcorn site. It's all about popcorn makers.
Very good.
And all that stuff. Can you eat popcorn with braces and answers to other very important questions?
Wow, yeah, I've got a lot of popcorn questions for you, so I'll help you with the content.
Why does your popcorn sometimes not pop. Lots of big questions. Can you cook popcorn in a skillet? Lots of things. And of course, also the best popcorn machines for movie night and best popcorn machines, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to get that site up with about 20 or 30 bits of content. I mean, it's not really going to be a proper case study site as such. It's just a site to show off the theme, really.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's a bit of fun. So, yeah, that's quite exciting. We've never done anything like that. I've always wanted to develop something ever since I started the channel and did WordPress stuff. I've always wanted to do a plugin or a theme, but never quite managed it. So, yeah, it's going to be quite exciting.
Excellent. Look forward to that then. So, let us know when it's announced. And
we'll send you a copy now anyway, and you can have a look.
Yeah, that sounds good.
In the hope that you might say something nice that we can add to the website.
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be great, actually. Send it over. We'll take a look.
Let me make a note to do that.
Yeah, I think. Is there anything else that we should have talked about the best roof box or anything else before we depart?
I think that's about it. I mean, for those of you who haven't seen me, come check me out. I'm starting to do more shorter videos. I think nowadays people are time poor and also attention poor. And, it's all very well me putting together videos that are like 2 or 3 hours long. But not many people get to the end of those. So, yeah, I've started doing some YouTube shorts and TikTok and all that kind of stuff to try and deliver, hopefully, useful little bits of information in bite-sized little chunks. And I'm also using my live streams, which is one of my favorite things to do. I do live streams on Tuesday, so I'm going to be doing one later today, and also on Thursdays. And, I go for an hour or two and we talk about lots of different things. And occasionally I do say something that's mildly interesting or mildly funny or useful. So, yeah, I've taken on a company to help me with that. And they're basically going back through a lot of my old streams, trying to find those useful little nuggets, and then chopping them up and putting them into little bite-sized videos. So I'm hoping to kind of up my YouTube content production that way, but we'll see how that works out.
Okay, excellent. That sounds cool. Excellent. Well, thanks for taking the time today and to share your story.
Be good.
About the case study. It's really good. It's about 2.5 years old. Am I right? The site?
Yeah. The site, let me have a look, was launched in, I don't know. It's about, it was launched March 2019.
Cool.
So, awesome. Yeah, that makes it 2 years and 3 months, 4 months, something like that.
Excellent. Well, good luck to the buyer of the site. I look forward to seeing what he does with that going forward as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind enough to share with me how it's going. They sent me the earnings and figures for last month, so that's pretty good to keep an eye on.
Excellent. All right, thanks, Alex. Enjoy the rest of your day, and good to stream later, and speak soon.
Speak to you soon. Thanks, Mark. Bye.
Thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the show. If you're listening to the podcast version of this episode, please subscribe on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Please rate and review, as this will allow us to grow our audience and create more shows like this one. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell to be the first to know about any new episodes that we release. Until the next episode, goodbye.